Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's Yasmin here, fresh from another round of chanting, trying to eradicate all fear from my body. How about you? What you doing? How you feeling? So it is the 1st of May, May the 1st. Soon it will be May the 4th, and we all get to say May the 4th be with you. Good morning, people are joining me. Hello, Kathy in Tassie. Kathy Tunney in Tassie. Jachogan, Pop Frisbee, Tiff Kendall, Jane Hobson, Charlotte Lauren, Jodie Cross. Tell me, where are you? It's always so fun to know. Cindy Crow Conti, Lynn Ryan, Cara Hutch, Jenny Mbay, Luna Healing, that sounds nice. Linda Ardone in Sydney, Heartfelt Meditations. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the people who are listening to this on SoundCloud. It's not going to be so interesting, I'm sorry. I will stop reading off the names of people who are joining me. So, first of all, I'd like to announce that I found another pair of earrings. We, in lockdown, those of you who don't know me terribly well, you won't know that we moved house just before lockdown began, and pretty much 75% of my clothes and of my earrings and so on are all in, you know, storage boxes, locked away in bank vaults and God knows where else. So I've been down to 2 pairs of earrings for the past few weeks, but I actually found these yesterday. These are some really cute ones I bought at Shambhala Festival last year from these really lovely girls. And they're kind of like a... I think they're like a DNA, or not DNA, but they're like molecules. They're amazing. Anyway, enough about my earrings. How's everyone doing? Who wants to hear about the astrology for the month ahead? I thought that was the obvious thing to talk about today. And then I am going to do a meditation, and we are going to do a short chant, and we are going to do a card. Hopefully in that order. So I thought I would turn first to my trusty Moonology Diary 2020, which, as I keep telling you, is sold out. So please don't email me and ask me where you can get it from, because it sold out in December, all over the world. But one thing that I did in the diary this year, which was purely thanks to feedback from you guys, was we added the month at a glance section. And you know, every year I ask people for feedback on the diary, and we've implemented so many things that people have asked for. I will just say now, one thing people keep asking for is a ribbon, and I've spoken to Hey House about that, and they say that the cost of adding a ribbon is so high because of the changes that are needed in the printing process, I suppose, it would actually impact the price of the diary. So that's why there is never a ribbon. But we do have, I do have a plan to somehow manage to make a bookmark somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's my plan for that. So if you have the diary and you turn to May, it's going to give you a rundown of what's coming up. Let's talk about, first of all, the lunations for the month ahead. We're going to get, in a couple of days, actually, in less than a week now, it's going to be the full moon in Scorpio. Okay, the full moon in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is actually the sign of transformation. And the more I hear about everything at the moment, people are talking about transformation. Who was talking about it yesterday? Actually, it was a work video I was watching, and someone was talking about transformation. But basically, yeah, so Scorpio moons can be super intense, but this year the full moon is harmonizing with Neptune, which should soften the edges a little. So one thing I would say, you know, about this is, in lockdown, we have more time than ever to do everything, to meditate. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I have upped my meditation practice. I'm doing the chanting that we do just before we come on here for 20 minutes of chanting. And also I'm doing meditation every day as well, I always want to meditate every day or even twice a day, but often a day goes by and I haven't meditated. In lockdown, it hasn't really been the case. I have found the time to meditate. And now, because of the coming full moon in Scorpio that's harmonizing with Neptune, that's actually going to be a time where we are going to start to see the transformations that are taking place through our meditating, through our spiritual practices, which people have done more and more and more, I think, in lockdown, because we've all had the time, you know? We've all had the time, the great pause, as Dr. Christiane Northrup is calling it. And we also get the new moon in Gemini this month in May. So if you are Gemini, you are going to get a new moon in your sign, but that's obviously going to mean something different to everybody. It means we're all going to have a new moon in our chart. So it might be, you know, if for some people it's going to be in their love zone, for people it's going to be in their money zone, for people it's going to be in their travel zone. Travel would be a nice thing, wouldn't it? So yeah, and also this month we are getting Venus retrograde, okay? This month brings Venus retrograde, which happens about once every 18 months, as opposed to Mercury retrograde, which happens up to 4 times a year. Now, it says here, it's a good time to step back and ask yourself what really matters. Now, what really matters, eh? Who hasn't had a chance to realize what really matters during this lockdown, this period of isolation? I think we've all had a chance to realize what really matters. Okay, so Venus retrograde, which is going to be starting, I think it's May the 11th, but I'm not 100% sure. That's definitely when my new radio show starts on Unity Online Radio. I'll more about that later, but yeah, May 11th. I think it's when Venus retrograde starts. Have I put that in here? It'll be in the diary section, actually. Let's have a look if I can quickly find it. May 11. May 13, in fact, it is. May 13, according to my trusty diary. So Venus retrograde is going to be a really big key feature of May. So if you're thinking, okay, what's May going to bring me? How can I work with May? If you're into manifesting, how's it going to affect your manifesting? Basically, I will go into more of this in my podcast that I'll be doing for the Sun, Moon and Stars members. We're getting that off the ground this month. I'm going to do a monthly podcast. But in a nutshell, it's going to be time to say, what do I really value in life? And how does that affect how I'm going to live? That pretty much sums up the big question of May 2020. And there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. I printed out the chart because I'm doing the podcast for the members. All this information. I'll be going over that for anyone who's in the Sun, Moon and Stars Club. But Venus retrograde is definitely the standout. And guess what? I actually recorded a mini online Venus retrograde online course about 3 or 4 years ago, 2 retrogrades ago. And I'm resurrecting it. So I'm going to have a free version. So for anyone who just wants to dip their toes in the water and just get the free basic overall picture, and then I'm going to do a paid version for people who want to go deeper. So I'm kind of excited about that. That is actually my project for today, to get that thing online, and I will tell you more about it later. And speaking of astrology, and anybody, I feel like I'm talking a lot about books today, but anyone who wants to get this book for free, I think it's the last day today. The last day today. So if you want to get it for free, I've put the link in the Facebook description. But for Instagram people, it's moonmessages.com/free books. And you can get this as a PDF. It's the Learn Astrology book. So it basically will show you how to learn astrology. You know, so that next time someone says to you, oh, Venus is retrograde in Gemini, you can go, I know what that means for me. So free PDF, I think it's the last day today, moonmessages.com/free books. So yeah, so I think May is safe to say we need to focus on figuring out what really matters to us and how that's going to impact our lives. you know, and I always think of that time where I think it might have been a Venus retrograde actually. And I decided to make a note of the 5 things that matter most to me. For some reason, something prompted me to do this. I remember I had a post-it note actually and a pen. And I wrote down the top 5 things that really mattered to me, which is, excuse me, the ideal thing we need to do when Venus is retrograde. And I looked down the list and I realised, oh, the equivalent of Candy Crush wasn't on there. It was Bejeweled Blitz. I was playing a lot of at the time. Bejeweled Blitz wasn't on my list. And I was like, so how is it I'm spending probably an hour a day playing that it's a silly little online game you can play on your phone, a bit like Candy Crush. In fact, now I play Candy Crush if I'm going to play a game, but I don't play anywhere near as much. I think I was actually very stressed at the time, and going and playing these online games was quite a good stress relief. But I remember when I looked at my list of the 5 things that mattered most to me and thinking, well, there's no video gameplay on that. And there's no room for video gameplay on that. It really helped me to think, okay, if you want to play a bit of Bejeweled Blitz or you want to play a bit of Candy Crush, that's fine. But, you know, do it in the bathroom or something. You know, don't let it take up your time when you've got these other 5 things that really, really matter. So that's the kind of exercise to do as Venus is retrograde. Okay. So on that note, what I want to do is I want to do a tiny little bit of chanting. I want to actually just do, I'm going to do 9 chants. This is the chant we've been doing for about 40 days now. Some of you have done it with me on the Zoom link, which I do before I come on here. That's the Facebook link. You can find it in my events page. And some of you have done it with me here. And I just really feel strongly I want to do this 9 times. It's quite a long time. It will take probably, I don't know, maybe take a couple of minutes. But I really want to do it for reasons that I won't even go into. I hope you're going to join me. Quickly go through the mantra. Om Cream. Cream is the Bij mantra sound for Kali. Maha Kali, the great Mother Kali, the great goddess Mother Kali. Sarva Rogam Nasi. Nasi means all negativity be destroyed, be destroyed. So we've been doing this on Zoom now, I think for 40 days, and I've had permission to open it up to people. So look on the events page in Facebook if you want to join us. But essentially this is all about eradicating fear, eradicating negativity, and eradicating the virus. Okay, so we're going to do it together. I'll hold it up. I'll hold it up and I'll be counting with this hand. So I hope you're going to join me, and then we'll do a card. I don't know whether to do a crystal card or a moon card today. I'm a bit conflicted. Here we go. Om Krim Mahakali Sarvarogam Nasi Nasi. 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 Just sit with the energy. And we send out the energy of healing to all our families, our friends, our community, our cities, our countries, and Mother Earth. And just to say, if you're one of the lucky people who hasn't been at all affected by the lockdown, you know, see if there's a charity that you can give a little bit of money to today. You know, whether it's the Red Cross or your local hospital. You know, in the UK you can give money to the NHS to support the NHS care workers. At one point we gave some money to I think it was Addison Lee, the taxi company that was ferrying key workers to and from their shifts at hospital. So, you know, any way we can help, we should help. All right, so I'm going to do a card, and I am actually going to do a moon card. If I can just find them. There they are. Have you got a question? Put it in the comments. Or write it down on a piece of paper. That's the card. Write it in the comments. So someone's saying, chanting is so cleansing. I love the Zoom session. I walk away feeling much calmer. Yeah, me too. And someone says, I thought you were stopping at the end of May. No, I meant April. You know what? When I set it up, when I set up the Zoom link on my events page, it asks you how long, and I just put to the end of April. Thank you for the reminder. I will go and now fill it out to the end of May. Will I meet a man to share my life with, says Trudy Ann. What do I need to know, says Lynn. Will I see my daughter for Christmas, says Annette. Green Bernadette, new job success. Yay! Kit Kat, what's my way forward? Aisling, should I take my dad out of his nursing home temporarily? Stella, should I start my Oracle Healing YouTube channel? Yes, don't wait for the card, just do it. Susan, why do I have so many cluster headaches? I don't know, but you should see a doctor if you're worried. They're doing online sessions. Noreen, how should I move forward? All right, let us... Okay, my question. Ooh. It's the new moon eclipse card. Expect powerful change. So whatever you're asking about, powerful change is coming. Now, if I could just find the interpretations booklet. And by the way, if you've bought my cards and you don't have the interpretations booklet, I'm afraid you've been scammed. I'm still doing battle with these crazy websites. Wish, I don't know if you know the website Wish, where someone just said they like my leggings. Thank you. I bought these leggings from Wish, for example. You know, they're just cute and funny. Wish is selling them, and they took them down 2 weeks ago, and then today in my Facebook feed I got an ad for my fake Moonology cards. It's like, stop! And they don't have an interpretations booklet, which is, you know, the worst thing, quite apart from the fact they're ripping me off, and, you know, they're ripping Hey House off. And also, quite honestly, these cards have amazing energy. I was talking about them on a podcast yesterday called The Comfort Corner, if you want to tune in. I was talking about how the reason why these cards, I think, have had, you know, been such a hit, because they have been a real hit around the world, is because when I was writing them, I had trouble writing them. And so what I did was I kept doing pujas, prayer ceremonies in my back garden, offering these cards up, and all that energy, I think, is in there. But I'm not really sure if the energy's in the fakes. It's really annoying. It's so annoying. We think we might have found the source. We think we found the source. All right, so expect powerful change. Oh, so good. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. Okay, and remember, if you're watching this, it's for you. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared, it would be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new direction you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Yay! Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason you'll appreciate later on, and maybe that even applies to lockdown. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. I have to say, this makes a lot of sense to me in my question. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. I'm going to say that again. There is nothing to fear. And one more time. There is nothing to fear. And the attunement, attune to the moon, everyone. If you want to buy these cards, by the way, because now I probably put you off, but you can buy them on, I'm 99% sure they're on Amazon, and they're perfectly fine. But the thing is, if they're really cheap, they're fake. So if you want the proper cards, I don't know what they cost actually, but they don't cost like £3. They cost about £12 or something like that, $19 or something like that, not $5. If they're super cheap, they're the Chinese fakes, I'm afraid. I'm sorry they come from China, but that's the fact of it. I don't want to be like Donald Trump saying the Chinese virus, but I'm 90% sure that's where they come from, unfortunately. Sorry, anyone who's Chinese, I love China. It's not a thing, but there are fakes coming out of there. I feel bad now that I mentioned that. They're fakes and just rude, frankly. I kind of don't care for me, to be honest. In a funny way, I don't really care, even though I should, because I should be earning, a bit of money from every single deck sold, in theory. I actually care more for Hay House, in a funny way, my publishers who, gone to all the trouble of creating these decks and, making them so beautiful. Like, these decks are beautiful because Hay House are amazing. And, getting them out across the world. And then someone just takes that and just copies it without the booklet, puts them online for $3, tricks people. It's just wrong. Like, what kind of karma is that? Anyway, and it's not just me, by the way. It's practically all the Hay House Oracle cards. They're doing it too. Attune to the moon. Okay, here's our attunement. I love this one. I want you to really hear this. Okay? Never mind the past. Life evolves every day. Never mind the past, life evolves every day. And additional meanings for this card include yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. So I hope that helps you. On that note, I'm going to stop chatting and I'm going to say that I will see you on Monday. I take pajama days on the weekend now, so I'll still do my chanting, but I'll be doing it in the privacy of my own living room. Fiona says, I can't use credit cards after being hacked. Wish I could buy all your books and cards. I'm so sorry, Fiona. Well, once the shops open up again, they are in the shops. Claudia says, worth checking the Hay House page. Yes, I mean, that would be a great place to buy the cards if you want to be 1,000,000% sure. Michelle and Christine say thank you. Well, I say thank you to you. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Claire Pudney. Bye-bye, Kathy Treader. Have a beautiful week. And like I said, if you are in the Moon Club, also known as the Sun, Moon and Stars Club, I'm now going to go downstairs and record my first ever month ahead podcast for you. So wish me luck, and I'm going to send it out just in an email because we still don't have the interface, but it's like that close. And you might even get an email in the next couple of days showing you what we've done so far. Elaine says, I think it's your birthday. No, it's not my birthday, unless I've completely forgotten my birthday. No, it's May, and my birthday's not in May. But you know what? Someone wrote to me 2 days ago and said, I think it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Don't know what's going on there. Lots and lots of love. Oh, Karen Shanahan, have a lovely weekend in Tassie. Ciao, ciao.